Chapter 6. Entering basal ganglia. The mall was open till 10 on weeknights. The food court and most of the stores closed at 8, but the movie theater was open late, so they kept the arcade open. The main doors were closed, but the kid went in through the movie theater and went through the darkened mall to King's Den. There was nobody else there.
Welcome to my world.
The kid passed through the first levels. The image of his dad's eyes turning blind in fear faded when the levels got harder and demanded full focus. He reached level 9 with all 6 lives and 6 mind bombs. The chain of events proceeded in perfect order like so many times before. He moved from the lowest maze sector to engage the Mog lines. He pulsed the event into full-screen valence. His score passed his high score. His voltmeter was maxed. He moved through the event, towards the main line. The Mog ball began charging its kill pulse. He stared into the circle. It felt like the game recognized him. It felt like the game was afraid. He began to slow the circle. The Mog ball in turn began to assert its will on him, directly to his brain. The game was not just protecting a place, it was protecting a place in time. The time was the moment it would fire its kill pulse. At that moment, the channel would be open. He routed the final maze path into the main line. The kill pulse fired. The kid closed his eyes and could still see the circle. He slowed it to a stop. The sounds of the game stopped. He heard some device inside the cabinet stop spinning and come to rest. Then start spinning again. When he opened his eyes, it was a new maze. All of the color had changed to red. Text said, "Entering basal ganglia." There was no Mog ball, no will spark. There was only the maze. It was different. Not shaped like a brain anymore. The graphics looked more advanced than the rest of the game, or any of the games he had seen. There were 3 concentric circular mazes. They began rotating, the outermost and innermost rings going clockwise, and the middle ring going counterclockwise. There was no sound. Eventually, the screen began to flash very bright light in short flashes about every 2 seconds. The kid stood staring into the flashing red light of the screen and didn't know how much time was passing. Bryce lay on his bed in his apartment in a townhouse complex on Westheimer, listening to Pink Floyd on his stereo with the lights off. The girl was asleep beside him, turned away. His phone rang. He lay his cigarette in the ashtray by his bed and picked up the phone. "Yeah." "Your friend has beaten the game," said the man on the other line. "I told you," said Bryson. He rested the phone on his shoulder and picked the cigarette back up. "Should I write his name down?" said the man. "Definitely," said Bryce. "All right," said the man. "Let's move forward." The man hung up and Bryce hung up. He took a long drag and fell asleep, listening to the rest of the album.